In this video, I want to talk about Spotify pre-save campaigns. What are they? What do they do? How do they work? How are they great for you as an artist? And also, I've got a great hack on how to set them up. Let's jump in. Hey, it's Grahame Farmer from Data Transmission. And if it's your first time joining us on YouTube, firstly, welcome. On this channel, we talk about music business, music industry, and how to get yourself further as an artist in that music business, how to grow your channels across all of the multiple musical platforms, and how to grow your profile. Today, I'm continuing my Spotify series. We started with things like how to get yourself verified as an artist, and if you want to check out the video, I'll link that in the card above. Also, I did a video on how to get your mix on Spotify, which has been super popular. I'll drop that in the card as well. Check them out and I'll link below as well to both of them. And today we continue with Spotify pre-saves. So what are they? Spotify pre-save is basically getting your fan base and your followers and your mum to save your track to their Spotify accounts before it's released. Why would you do this? You do it because you're going to tell Spotify that your track is popular before it's even released. Remember, Spotify has a lot of AI and a lot of computer learning and machine learning. So the more numbers you can get on a track before it's come out and before it's been dropped, this shows Spotify this track's got heat. This track is popular and this is a track we should be doing more of. Whether that's just the AI playlist and you're getting into more Discover Weeklies and more release radars and more of their AI playlists. If you want to know more about playlists, by the way, I've dropped that in I've done a video on that. I'll drop that in card below. Again, I'll drop it below as well, so you can click to the link on that as well. It'll teach you all about the different playlists. Maybe it will tell the editors of Spotify for the editorial playlist that this track's got lots of numbers behind it already. It's not even come out yet. It's exciting. We should be including it in our playlists. The one thing to remember though, as I said earlier, is Spotify a lot of time is a numbers game. So if you're very small and very new, getting you, your mates, your mum, your auntie, your uncle to go and save it pre-save, they're all tiny numbers and they're all going to help. And they're all going to, the next month they're going to grow a bit more, and the next month you're going to grow a bit more, and the next month you're going to grow a bit more. And that's the whole plan. Just keep growing, keep growing. So to get a Spotify pre-save, what are you going to need? Firstly, one, you're going to need some music. And it's going to be the best you can ever make. So always remember that. Try and make the best, and then you've got your music. Two, you're going to need to get that music onto Spotify and the other streaming platforms for that matter as well, because those are great too. YouTube Music, Apple Music, but let's focus on Spotify today. So to do that, you're going to need a distributor. Whether that's your record label that you've signed the track to, they'll have their own distribution process in place, and that distributor then puts it on those streaming platforms, or it's you go through a self-distribution, things like CD Baby, DistroKid, or even now SoundCloud can actually distribute straight to Spotify itself. There's a thing called SoundCloud Premiere, and essentially you get a nice little distribute button on your SoundCloud page. You can click and it sends it over to those channels. Then once you've got the track on Spotify, and preferably you need to get this up there 2 weeks before the release. Don't just drop it and then the next day it'll be on sale, or on streaming, sorry, for instance. You want to be up there 2 weeks minimum, more like 3 to 4, before the release date. 2 weeks before, you'll be able to see it in your artist.spotify.com. And if you've not done that, again, follow that video before and go and set up yourself as an artist on Spotify, and it will appear in your back end. Once it appears there, then you can use this hack I'm going to show you in a minute to get your pre-save Spotify URI. Now the Spotify URI, that's a special code for Spotify. It's not an external link, it's all internal, but every track, every artist has their own Spotify URI, and when you click on the share button, there's an option that says copy Spotify URI. So you're going to need that to get that track and that pre-save. So let's jump into the computer and I will show you how to get it from this hack that I found. So this is my Spotify hack for getting your pre-save URI. As I mentioned, if you go into Spotify, each artist will have their own Spotify URI. Also, each track has its own Spotify URI. So if I go to the track artist here, Tim Taylor, and I go share, copy Spotify URI. You'll see there. Also, similarly, if I go to work, share, copyright Spotify URI. And that's the one you need, the track one. So that's what we're going to try and get. If I copy that, I can stick it into a notepad, a word pad, for instance. So I'm going to copy that into there, Spotify URI. Let's hide that for a minute. Okay, so then we're going to go to our artist.spotify.com, and this is our next release on Shanghai from Waxwork. We've already submitted it from the back end. So, and as you can see on the URL, it says here artist, and this is the artist URI here. So we'll copy that. We might need that, and we'll stick that in our document. So we'll put that artist URI. That's Waxworks artist URI. Also, and if we copy the one from Waxwork himself, let's have a look into Spotify. If we go and find a Waxwork track, and I share Spotify URI here, and I copy it into there, you'll see they're exactly the same. So that's that. Then you'll see submission up here, and then this next bit between the forward slashes, that's the URI. That's the URI. So what we do is then we'll have the track. That's the URI there. So we've got that code there. So that's the full URI here, like that. Copy that bit there up to the dots. That's your URI. So now I want to create a URL for it. So use this thing called Smart URL. You have to log in and create yourself an account, but essentially it's free. And then you choose this pre-save option, and you essentially just copy and paste in all the information. So again, we're going to copy and paste the track. This is it here, and that goes into here. As you can see, I've already done it. You're going to follow the name in. The release date you will see on here, 21st of Feb. Releases on there. So copy that over. Free tier release, same day. Customer, yeah. Copy name, playlist name, yep. Also, what you can do is you can put a playlist URI in. So I'll put one of my Shanghai playlists in there. Simply follow it down, insert your socials, and then basically it's going to create this page which will allow you to follow the artist, follow the playlist, but also add to your playlists and pre-save, and that will all come active once I click Save Smart URL. It also works on mobile, as you can see, and desktop. You can change, and you can, with this system is actually pretty cool. You can actually change, like, you can customize the page, customize the colors, customize it looks. Obviously, you can add artist URIs. If you go into the paid option, there's a load more things you can add. Really good piece of software. And then you save that URL, and that's then your smart URL. So what do you do with that next? Cool. So you've set up your pre-save link, and you've got your Spotify URI, and that's all ready to go. Now what do you do with it? Well, you stick it on, firstly, your social media, share it to your socials. If you're lucky enough to have an Instagram with a swipe up, put it on swipe up. If you've got to put it on your Facebook, put it on, maybe you get a website, for instance, like Data Transmission, to premiere your track, and you use the link to drive their SoundCloud followers, or for instance, like a YouTube channel like Blank or Subsoul or someone like that, or UKF, to drive their fan base to your pre-save link, and that's going to help you get pre-saves. What else could you do? You could run a competition for your fan base. What you have to remember with these pre-saves is it doesn't help the user at all. It's not going to benefit the user from them pre-saving, except for the fact that they get told on release day that new track's coming out. And when you're small, not much benefit. When you're massive, they're probably going to do it anyway. But also, you're massive. The fan base is big, and there'll be loads of hype around it. There'll probably be people like Radio 1 behind it, for instance. And that pre-save is just gonna be happening, you know. When you're small, you've got to kind of ask your friends, ask your audience, ask your fan base, and honestly, just be honest with them and say, "Hey guys, I need this, I need these pre-saves, it's going to help me grow my Spotify, it's going to help me get more streams, it's going to help me grow my fan base. Be a really pleasure, can you go and pre-save it? It's going to do me the world of good. Or you can run a competition. I'm going to give away some merch or some tickets or hang out with me, and then, but you have to pre-save it and maybe comment on something, and then that's you entered in the competition. And that could also drive it. I did see a really rubbishy video that said you could grow your fan base by all commenting on his video below, and everybody that comments on the video below with their Spotify artist link, that would help you grow more followers as an artist. Didn't think that was very good, because you're generally just following anybody and you don't know who's going to follow that from that video and who's going to see that video and what genre they're going to be, and you'll get loads of fans in different genres, and yes, you'll have a big number of followers, but not really going to help you at all. Not quality fans. And yeah, and just try and drive those numbers up for Spotify pre-saves. The more you can get, the bigger the track, the bigger the hype pre-streaming, and the more love you're going to get from Spotify. Remember, Spotify want people on this platform and want to keep people on this platform. So the more you can get pre-saves and more people pre-saving the tracks, the more love you're going to get back from Spotify. I hope this has made sense to you today. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it will help you build your pre-save campaigns. I hope as artists you can get more streams on your platform. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. If you got some value out of this, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. If you have any other subjects you want me to tackle, re-Spotify, again, comments, and I'll take them on. Thanks again for joining me this week. I've been Grahame Farmer. I'll see you again soon. And if you've enjoyed it, please drop us a subscribe. Cheers. See you soon. Bye.